Welcome to Tiger King's YouTube channel. Today I will show you how to build a frame platform. I'd like to share some key points you need to know when building a frame. First, let's take a look at where the frame platforms are typically used. As you can see in the video, tanks, pipings, motors, various valves, and electrical equipment are installed and operated on the platform. When building a frame, it is crucial to build it to exact dimensions. Otherwise, dozens or hundreds of pieces of equipment will not connect properly, leading to significant difficulties. The important factors are as follows when you build a frame. Key point 1. Accurate cutting. Accurate cutting is the first step. Make it a habit to check the following 2 points when cutting. First, ensure the bandsaw is square before cutting. Other employees may do an angle cut and forget to return it to a right position. You have to check it before you cut. Second, double check the dimensions before cutting. This is the number one rule as a welder fitter. Always double check the dimensions before cutting. Key point 2. Checking for square or rectangular. Most frames are square or rectangular. Before welding, you have to check to see if the frame is straight or not. The diagonal method is used to check whether the frame is square or rectangular. You're watching a coffee table I built myself. Let's see if this table is crooked or not. First, I measure the diagonal length from one corner to the other. It shows 66, 13, 16. Now let's measure the other side. The other side is also same, 66, 13, 16. So my table is rectangular. If the diagonals of the frame you're building are not the same number, it's crooked. Be sure to check this before welding. Key point 3. Level. The frame is straight, but one side is higher and the other side is lower. This is also a major problem. Making sure the frame is level is also crucial. How do I check the level? I use a laser level and a tape measure. I hold the tape measure up to the top of the frame and the laser points to 5. Now, if all other parts of the frame also point to 5, the frame is level. There are some slight differences, but they are within the tolerance, so the frame is level now. With accurate cutting, checking whether the frame is square or rectangular, and checking the level, you can build a frame platform. Let me add a couple of more tips. Key point 4. Understanding right triangle. If you think that the just welding is enough for a welder, you will not advance much. Fabrication skills, in addition to welding, will greatly contribute to your career development. To develop fabrication skills, basic math skills are essential. I especially recommend understanding right triangles. If you take a look at the frame, you will see a brace attached to the inside. So, how did I calculate the length of this brace? Let's look at the drawing. If the drawing shows the length dimension of the brace, I could just cut and attach it, but it doesn't. Instead, there's only information about the length on both sides of the frame. Connecting the red and the blue, we see a right triangle. Now, can you remember the math formula? Yes, we can figure out the blue dimension from 2 red dimensions. The blue is the square root of 15 1/16 squared plus 26 1/16 squared, which equals 30 1/8. There are many cases where right triangle mathematical formulas are needed, not only in the frame construction but also in pipe manufacturing, so understanding them will be very helpful. Key point 5. How to lay out the centerline. Has anyone noticed anything weird about the frame I'm building? All frames I've built for the last 20 years have the square tubing face upward. However, this frame is different. The edge is on the top, so it looks like a diamond. Because of this, there is a lot of takeoff for each joint, making fabricating quite complex and measuring difficult. For accurate fabricating, I'm going to first lay out the center line on the frame top to verify the dimensions more accurately. The edge is slightly radius. How can I accurately lay out the center line? I previously uploaded a pipe layout method using a square and level. Let's apply that method here. What is the diagonal length? It's 4 inches. How much is half of it? It's 2 inches. Now align the end of the combination square at 6 inches and mark the 8 inch. Then place a level on top of the square. Make sure the combination square touches both edges of the frame. Then move it to level it. Then mark the tube edge where the 8-inch mark. Make another identical mark on another location and connect these 2 points. The measurements in the drawing are based on the center line, so marking the correct center line on the frame is very important to measure and build the frame. The next step is to attach the legs on the frame. Unfortunately, it needs lots of work to fit the legs into the frame. You remember that I said we should have a good understanding about the right triangle. If you have, it is pretty easy. If you cut the legs into a triangle shape like the one in the picture, it should fit well. Let's see how much I have to cut out. The width of the leg is 3 inches. If you draw a vertical line across the frame tube and divide it in half, each side is 1.5 inches. Since the frame tube is a rectangular, dividing it in half creates 45-degree angle. This creates a right triangle with a 45 degree. A right triangle with a 45 degree always has same base and rise. So I will make a right triangle with a 1.5 inch base and rise and cut it out. Let's see if it fits or not. It should fit perfectly, but it doesn't. This is due to the weld and the thickness of the tube. Therefore, we should sand down the inside a bit. After sanding down the inside, it fits pretty well. I've finished checking for the template, and now I've applied it to the actual leg and finished the fit up. This is all I have prepared for today's tutorial. I'm trying to give you some useful tricks and key points which I got from doing real welding and fabrication job. Please leave a message if you have any advice or opinion. In addition, your subscribe and like motivate me to make more welding videos. Thanks for watching.